What's up, guys? All I can do is apologize because halfway through recording the audio, my laptop ran out of memory in this episode. So the audio goes to the video camera audio, which sucks. But I still want to put this episode out because I had a lot of fun filming it. A lot of stuff that happened to me very recently came out. I brought up some old stories. I just thought I just really enjoyed myself, so I still want to put it out anyway. But yeah, there's only like 16 of you that listen anyway on the YouTube, so only 16 of you are gonna hear this explanation. But yeah, the rest of you on the clips are gonna be like, what's happened on the audio? But fucking, I'm sorry. And for those of you that are like, oh, you should wear headphones so this doesn't happen, that wouldn't have made a difference because the headphones comes out of the interface. The interface wasn't the problem. The problem was I ran out of memory on the laptop, okay? I didn't realize my laptop was such low memory. I got it from back market, okay? Fine, but yeah, let's expose my life. I got it on back market, but I got a newish MacBook for $5. So what you gonna tell me, bruv? Wagwan people, it's the Otis Jones show again, the show where I get random topics picked by ChatGPT and I get to get drunk and chat shit about them. Welcome back to the show, everyone. So basically, in 2008, a man in Florida, shout out to Florida, love you, man. A guy was arrested for stealing a stolen police car. Standard in Florida, but this is what's funny, man. He tried to pull over other drivers to show off and was making jokes about it, asking his brethren for license and registration. And then it got even worse because he started trying to make a career out of it. And just, I don't know how he made a career out of it. Was he like taking bribes? If you could be a Fed for one day, what would you do, man? All 16 of you coming in the chat. My favorite defensive midfielders, let's go. That's your names from now on. My DMs, my defensive midfielders. You know what I'd do for real, bro? Every time my train's delayed by a fatality. But every time a train's delayed by a fatality, bro, I'm just gonna pull up in the cop car, just scrape the brother off and tell them, go on. This is fresh on my mind, bro. I had a gig in Bath last night. For those of you that don't know, from Bristol to Bath is a 10-minute journey. Fam, I got the 7 o'clock train. The flipping show was at 8. The 7 o'clock got cancelled. The 7:22 got cancelled. The 7:30 got cancelled. I had to end up getting an Uber. I was getting paid 30 quid for the show. It was a 30 quid Uber, bro. And I still had to pay to get the train back. And I was meant to open the show, so they had to rearrange the whole show and like confuse the flipping customers with one with the brakes, and like the show didn't even make sense because of this whole situation. That's my thing. If I could change the law, it'll be if someone jumps in front of the train, just keep going, blood. Just keep going. Don't even break stride. Just skew. Genuinely, I'm not even just saying this because I'm on camera. I am genuinely heartfelt, and I'm so sorry for the family of the victim. And it's completely horrible what you must go through. That being said, the brother's still gonna be dead whether the train carries on or not. And a lot of people are going through a lot of shit. I've had some close friends that have committed suicide. All of us know someone who's committed suicide. But yo, sometimes, and not everyone, sometimes people that jump in front of these train tracks want to do it while demanding attention. If they know that the train's just going straight forward, that whether they do it or not, they're not gonna do it, bruv. Saving lives as well, bruv. Shout out to great comedian. I was telling him about this last night. And he was like, now think about it, I don't know if he wants me to say it was him that said this. But a random male or female comedian also said it's just like, yeah, and if you just don't clean up the bodies and like, so like if someone's about to jump in front of the train, they see 4 bodies on there already, they're gonna be like, well, I don't want to be the 5th, you know what I'm saying? We're saving lives out here, is what I'm trying to say, bro. Well, we'll see if sober Otis puts this out. This is funny. So in Texas, a woman tried to use a fake ID to get into a bar. The bouncer realized the birthdays didn't match up, so she panicked and tried to bribe him with a bag of weed. So the bouncer turned it down, but she still got arrested. That is peak level of snitching, bro. Brother, the ID game in America is tricky, you know. So basically, allegedly, throwing them out there. So completely allegedly, who knows if this is true, I was in Vegas when I was 20. And basically, allegedly, there was this website called fakeid.co.uk. I don't know if it still exists. And basically, the reason why that website is legal is because it's a memorabilia website, so they don't actually sell proper fake IDs. Like, if you go on the website, the IDs don't look like real UK driver's licenses, but they look like they could be some form of ID, even though they don't look like an ID. So the idea of this website allegedly is when you go abroad and you don't know what, and the people there don't know what the UK driver's license looks like off the top of their head, or maybe they think like a new one could have come out and they don't want to spend time Googling what the new one looks like or whatever, you can get away with it. And allegedly on this website, it's sick, they even got the hologram thing, so you can even scan your ID if it's a club where you have to scan it. Pretty sick. So I was in LA and Vegas living my best life, allegedly. Anyway, we're in Vegas and we go to this club and I'm like talking to this girl in the queue and like me and her are proper vibing and we're like blah blah. I'm completely distracted, I forget what the fuck I'm doing. I'm so drunk as well, I'm like waved off and I'm stumbling to the front. Guy asks for ID and I'm just like, yeah man, I'm chatting to the girl still. I pull out the thing, I realise I accidentally pulled out my passport and not the fake ID. And I realised as I've got it here, and I'm like, fuck, like I can't put the thing back in, that's even more bait. I just gotta be assertive with my thing and hope he doesn't work out the age. Bear in mind, I'm only a few months off 21 at the time. He's like, how old are you, man? I'm just like, straight away, I'm like, 21. He's like, alright, man, just let me in. And I'm like, woo! Because I was like, I've lost my chance with this girl if she's just like, he couldn't even get into the club. So anyway, we got in, I'm chatting, I go to the bar, I'm like, yeah, let me get you a drink, what do you want? And she's like, yeah, give me a bottle of Budweiser. I'm like, my kind of bitch. I did not talk like that. So boom, buy her the bottle of Bud, we're chilling, we're dancing, having a great time. Some guy who's like 6'8" comes up to her and he's just like, why are you drinking a Bud, yo? And she's just like, that's my drink. And they start talking, they end up getting with each other. I got outside to the smoking area, bouncer goes, you alright man? I'm like, you shouldn't have let me in. Also, she tried to bribe him with a bag of weed, yeah, respect, because you gotta try everything, innit? I've got bare friends that are bouncers. Out of 5 of them, I only know 1 that would have turned it down. So it was a fair gamble, bro. I was speaking to ChatGPT, she was making like better. I'll say she now because it's got a woman's voice. So I was chatting to ChatGPT, you know? ChatGPTQ+. Alright, so in 2015, a man tried to rob a bank using a live octopus. He thought the octopus would intimidate the bank staff into giving him money. Needless to say, it didn't work. Obviously, they're just gonna arrest him and like, you know what I mean? Here's the thing, bro. This is a fuck you to everyone out there that's like, oh, octopuses are the smartest animals in the world. They can't even figure out how to rob a bank. Humans have robbed banks before. Humans rob a stupid amount of banks. Like there's brothers in LA that like, I think LA gets a bank robbed like every day or something. I saw that as a fact on Den of Thieves. I don't know if that's real. I thought they were bullshitting on Den of Thieves because the stat at the beginning of Den of Thieves was insane. But apparently, in 1992 alone, there were 2,641 bank heists in 1 year. What the fuck, bro? That's like 8 a day or something. The way Miami was built on cocaine, bro. LA's built on bank robberies. I didn't even know that, bro. It averaged 1 bank robbery every 45 minutes. What the fuck? The fact that they didn't get away with it and they didn't actually, yeah. The fact they didn't get away with it, pussy-holes, bro. You know LeBron James has played against 35% of the players who have ever played in the NBA. Before today, that was the most amazing fact that's come out of LA. I'm seeing this is incredible. This is a city full of people that fucking get it in, bro. Like, who would work in banks, bro? True story, bro. When I was in LA, when I first got to LA, I was staying at like Venice Beach. Bare white gal around me. This one thing overhears me speak on the beach and she's like, oh my God, you from England? You already know how it is. And then I'm like, yeah, what you want? She's like, oh, we're about to go to the liquor store and get some beers. And I'm like, alright, cool, yeah, like, obviously let's roll. I'm trying to get some bevs too. Anyway, I'm walking with her, she seems normal. And then her friends are being weird though, because her friends, like, every time they see a black guy, they're so excited, bro. Like, there was this one black skater guy that was like going past. And one of her friends just shouted at him like, hey, how's it going? And he just looks at her and goes like, and then she was like, oh my God, did you see that? He just threw a gang sign at me. I'm like, big man. So at this point, the girl I'm talking to seems like nice, but I'm still like, once I get these beers, I'm heading the other way because it sounds like I'm gonna end up getting arrested chilling with these man. So even though the girl I'm talking to seems nice, Like, I'm still like, this is a weird situation. Your friends are being weird and racial and like stuff like that. Once I get my beers, I'm ahead on my separate way. You get me? I'm not on all of this. Anyway, the girl I'm chatting to, she seems nice. She's just smoking a cigarette. And then she just goes to me randomly, like mid-conversation. We're just talking about like family and stuff. And she just goes, hey. She's like, can you put this cigarette out on my arm? And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? She rolls her sleeve up. She got bare cigarette burns. And then she goes to her friend and she's just like, he doesn't want to put it out on my arm. Can you do it? And she's like, tss. And she just goes, oh, I feel so alive. I was just like, I'm out. I didn't get no beers. I left at that exact moment. I ain't trying to get involved in none of this, bruv. My point is, if she wants to feel alive and in danger, just work at one of the banks there, blood. I'm Otis Jones. Shout out to my defensive midfielders every time.